welcome to another episode of Rimshots with Sean right here on the Rock Ridge Radio Network, brought to you by Barstools and Bandtalk and Mapex Drums. I got to go check. I'm not certain, but this could be my first three-peat guest. The one, the only, all the way from Jersey. That's where you were the last time, Mr. Dave Incognito. How are you?
How's everything going, Sean?
Plugging away, my friend. You having a busy summer?
Yeah, it's been a real busy summer.
Yeah. You guys playing quite a bit?
No, we've just been doing a lot of recording. Incognito Theory's got a new single, Let the Fire Burn, that's going to come out. I brought all the original guys back. I got John Moscow, my cousin on drums, who writes all the music, Dave Crum on guitar, Jay Prusak on guitar, and Michael Pond of Symphony X.
And, you know what? It was it their drummer's birthday the day before yesterday or something? I saw something with Symphony X.
No. That's the old drummer. That's
Okay.
the old drummer.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So, date that this is coming out?
This will be out in August on Curtain
okay.
Call Records. Yeah, we don't have an exact, but it will be August.
Right. So, I mean,
And
you guys keep bringing out, putting out, releasing your music. There's no quitting you guys. The last time I spoke with you, I think you had a single, if I remember correctly, it was about this time last year. You had a single that was coming out. You had some shows lined up. How's the year gone?
Really haven't been doing a lot of shows. Last show I did was in December. And then I just kind of went in the studio. I've been doing a lot of studio stuff right now. I got my solo project, Demon Christ. That's going to be coming out. Extreme metal, because that's where I originally came from. So I got that coming out right now. And then, of course, working on the new Incognito Theory EP, which, like I said, everybody's going to get Let the Fire Burn. It's going to be really, really cool. But I've been just really, really busy with a lot of studio stuff and preparing for my wedding. I'm getting married on Halloween. So
congratulations. And knowing you the way I do, that's the perfect date where you're concerned.
Yeah.
Was that totally by design?
No, yeah. Me and my fiance Chrissy, we decided that Halloween was going to be we knew that. The last time I spoke to you, I was telling you about her. We've been together a little bit over a year now, and we live together and stuff like that, and now we're about 102 days until we get married. Yeah,
it's hard to believe time flies, my friend.
Yeah,
you gonna have a goth horror kind of?
No, Catholic wedding. Yep, Catholic Italian wedding.
I can relate.
Yeah, she is Calabrese and Irish and Wales, and I'm Barese Sicilian. So
there you go.
And we're both Catholic.
And we know, because I have some of the Italian in my lineage, and we all know that Italians have an affinity for the Irish girls. That's what they like to say. So it seems to me you're following suit, my friend.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and I just been plugging away, and we've been in the studio a lot. I mean, this new track is going to be really cool for Incognito Theory. It's going to be very different from Days of Reckoning. I know you have Breakdown and Forsaken Me and all that from the Days of Reckoning record, but Let the Fire Burn is going to be really different. We're stepping more, I guess you would kind of say, to get a little more unique, and we're trying to get a little nostalgic, going to like the grunge 90s, because that's where we all came from. Like, that's when I was a teenager, that's what was big, like Soundgarden and Alice in Chains and all that. And that's what me and my cousin John and I decided we wanted to do. John writes all the music, the drummer of the band. He writes all the music. He's also the singer of 60 Miles Down. He writes all the music, and I write all the lyrics. And that's how it's been. Days of Reckoning was pretty much that. Michael Pont did all the bass work from Symphony X. He's been working with the band for a while. Steve Zing and John mixed and mastered that record, so that was pretty cool. And that's what's going to happen with mainly the band, and John is doing Let the Fire Burn. So we're really stoked about that. And like I said, what compelled me to kind of open up more is because I just don't like to be stagnant about stuff. My project prior to Incognito Theory, Dionysus of Sloth, we just had a 10-year reunion anniversary. We just played the Metal Fest for Jerry Declet of Cranium Radio and the Metal Cave. And that was our 10-year reunion of our Book of Blood. And we re-released that and did all that. And that's what opened me up to, hey, you know what? Maybe while I'm doing IT, because I needed to get back into doing the scream vocals and the guttural vocals and stuff
Right.
like that. And that's pretty much how, Demon Christ came about.
So that's your solo project.
Uh-huh.
So who's involved with that?
Mike LaPont from Symphony X is doing the bass. My good friend Joe Diacqui on drums. And my friend Mark Petrick is one of the rhythm guitar players. And I got a couple other guitarists that have been helping out on it. It's pretty much just a recording project. I don't know if there's going to be any live performances or anything right now. It's just, it's pretty much a baby right now. Where I'm just, my main focus right now is finishing up everything I got to do with Incognito Theory and to get the new single out in August. And then, of course, the big focus, which has been very frustrating, is my wedding with Chrissy. She's also a musician too.
Okay.
So she's a singer. She has Chrissy Inc. and she's put out a couple of things. So she's got some new stuff coming out. We actually have a track together coming out called Torture, and that's going to feature me under the Demon Christ moniker, and that's going to be really cool. It's going to be really fun to do, and she's also helps out with Incognito Theory, so she'll be on a track for Incognito Theory as well. So
you get a lot on the go. You seem to have found a team or landed on a team that handles your production that works for you and all that stuff. And I've had Zing on my show before. He's a super really sharp guy.
He is a wonderful dude.
Yeah.
He's one of my mentors, just like Michael Pomp. They're both mentors of mine, and they've been very big supporters, and they've guided me through a lot of things with the music industry and music and everything like that. And I'm really, really proud that and honored, grateful, so to speak, and I mean, recently, since being in my relationship with Christina, I found my faith more and everything like that. And, and I'm really, things have changed for me, like, I feel evolving and stuff like that. And I have a couple other things in the works that I'm going to be working on and stuff like that. So, she's very, very supportive. She's been very supportive through everything. So it's really cool, and vice versa. So
yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that's important, right? Because I mean, if you're going to, I mean, the worst thing is not having somebody that supports you and then having them try to figure out what the heck it is that you're actually doing, because we all know that this whole music thing it's a weird business, right?
yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And it sometimes it feels like it's I don't know, a passion project, just the way the business works right now, but it's the people that don't quit keep, you know what I mean? That
Yeah.
keep doing well. So when the single comes out, you get your wedding. Are you planning on doing any live shows in the summer? Or are you just gonna kind of wait till your album comes out? How you planning with that?
Yeah, well, pretty much what's going to happen with the new Incognito Theory for Curtain Call. They're going to get the new single, and then we're going to do an EP. That probably won't see light until probably fall. But Let the Fire Burn will probably blaze through the whole summer while I'm in the middle of doing stuff for my wedding and everything like that, because that's been the main, we're almost pretty much done with everything, with setting up and everything with all that. So that's been like the main focus. And then just studio time. Like I've been doing a lot of studio time. So
And you mentioned, I think in passing, I think you said there a couple minutes back, you also work in IT. Is that what you said?
What?
Did you say you worked in IT?
No. Incognito Theory. The band.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, because I was going to say, man, throw that log on the fire, and holy smokes, man, you really have a lot on the go.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I've just been real busy in the studio and stuff, and that's what we've been doing. Incognito Theory's just been really, and I sometimes you got to give these guys a little bit of break, especially JP, Jay Prusak, my guitarist, the original guitarist of Incognito Theory. He just came back last year when we were finishing up a couple of shows with Scotty Austin, my good friend from who used to be in Saving Abel.
Yep.
So now he's back, and we're strengthening his legs. He's giving him a little bit. He's the oldest member in the band, so it's
So something that I find really interesting, because I'm trying to come up with a name for this, but I Monday nights is my night to interview Curtain Call Records bands. Everyone that I interview is different. They're unique. They have a neat story, but they all seem to be so connected. So their connections are really, really neat. You don't drop names. I mean, a name dropper to me is somebody that knows somebody on the fringe, and they do it to kind of draw the attention to themselves. When you give a name, it's somebody that you've worked with. Talk a little bit, Dave, about maybe the value of networking for you, because I mean, obviously that seems to have worked for you to get these contacts.
Yes, I mean the value of networking is really important. I try to promote as much as I can. I mean, like, you know, before being signed to Curtain Call Records, I did a lot everything independently, and that worked for me. But John's been a really good friend of mine a long time, and me working with him, and and working with Muncie from skateboard marketing and everything like that. Like, I mean, just from going out, and you got to get out there and meet people to try to and really push your stuff and try to get them, sort of, sell your product by by mouth, to see if they would like to work with you. I mean, with Steve Zing, like, I played dingbats a lot, and he was doing sound, and that's how I met him, and we've been friends for, man, almost a decade now. And I asked him, hey, let's sit down, one day. And he was like, and then when he heard me doing what I was doing, he came up to me, he's like, I really like your voice, let's work together. And he's been a very, very driving force to help. He helped Incognito Theory and stuff like that, and I was real grateful for that. And and he's still, till this day, he's still here, helping, and it's been really nice. But he's been very busy with Danzig and all that stuff too. But all in all, I don't, like, even with Mike LaPont, I look at these guys as my friends. I don't look at them as, oh, it's Mike LaPont from Symphony X or Steve Zing from Danzig. I don't look at them like that. I just look at them simply as Steve and Mike. They love music like me. Music is life, and we love doing what we do, and we're just working together, and we're friends, and we get along, and it's really cool, So, when I put the new lineup, to get Incognito Theory moving, when my cousin John came aboard, and John's been with Incognito Theory 9 years, back and forth, but he was always there to help, and and he's my cousin, so it's like, working with him has been a pleasure, and to have him involved with this again is awesome. And then Jay and I have been playing together for 24 years. Jay is also the lead guitarist to Dionysus Sloth, the reunion death metal project that we put back. So it's everything. Everybody that I'm working with has all been involved with everything that I've talked to you about today. So it's been really cool.
No, and absolutely. And now you're saying you're taking, I don't know if you would call it a turn or a little bit of a slant, but you're going more towards the Seattle-ish sound on this new song.
Yeah. Leaning more towards like Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, maybe a little Green River. Remember Green River?
Absolutely.
So this is going to be really cool. I mean, like, we're almost done with it. I mean, we're just sitting back and just making sure. I mean, Dave Crum is just in the middle of finishing his solo, and Mike is doing his bass and everything. So it's just been a couple little things here and there.
Yep. So we don't know the date that it's coming out. We know it's going to be in August.
Yes.
So where do I? Well, so two things. Where do I send my folks to go find that one?
Pretty much what are you going to do with Spotify, iTunes? I've been telling everybody now, because I've been using Instagram a lot. It's real easy to get in touch with me. Just go to the Incognito Theory on Instagram and send me messages there for interviews and everything. It's a lot easier. I did have incognitotheory.com, but I'm in the middle of having that reconstructed, and that's going to be a while.
Yeah.
So, of course, because I have all these other things going on, and my main focus is, my wedding. Plus, recently, my fiance had a couple things, health wise. So, like, that's been like a big main focus for me right now. So,
and the solo project, where do we send them for that?
That'll probably be out by September.
Okay.
That'll definitely be out by September. There are a couple songs, couple radio stations have been spinning. I know you have Braced for the Nails.
Yep, I do.
So that's the one that everybody's been spinning a lot. So you can spin that.
That's a face melter.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah, it's funny. Like, my words to Brian were like, it isn't a genre that I would necessarily go hunt out or find, but when I heard it, I was like, yeah, man, I get it. It's got energy, it's got everything, right? So well done.
Thank you. It's a big difference from how I sing with Incognito Theory. I know that.
Yeah, no question. A little bit of a...
Yeah, but that's right. Sean, I came from doing the extreme stuff. I was a screamer, a guttural guy, a pig squeal guy before I was into clean vocals. And
Well,
then I started getting into the clean vocals, but I was very,
it's an art form. There's no question. It's an art form.
yeah,
So
yeah. It's been a lot. It's a lot of fun. And I mean, for me, I'm going to be 47 in September. And it's like, I'm to be able to still do it. And even when we did the return show, it was crazy.
yeah,
It
no
was
question.
really crazy because I got up there and people were like, oh, wow, dude, you still got it. And I'm like, and you know what it is? I mean, like, I I watch what I eat now and stuff. My fiance put me on a diet. I lost a lot of weight. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. I really don't drink anymore. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
things are just, you realize as you get older, things change.
I hear you, brother. You're preaching to
So
the
it's been
choir.
crazy. But the new Incognito theory, I can't wait till you get it, Sean. You're really going to love it.
I look forward to it, my friend. Dave Incognito, always a pleasure. We are
Thank you
back
so
after
much,
this.
Sean. You have a wonderful day.
We're back after this.